Hello everybody and welcome back to the AQWFresh series where I basically play as a free player. I kinda just crossed the game to see what has changed over the years. So for this time around I pretty much focused on the March season, which is the Dage the Evil Birthday and the Good Luck Day. And there's nothing much to it other. There was no real big farms in part of this season. Last season was kind of a lot of maps to begin with, but not really anything to farm in February season. So this time around, I was more excited for March season because I was able to get the Shogun Paragon pet, so it allowed me to farm Legion tokens a lot quicker than just doing the dailies or doing the Legion Arena method. Honestly, I don't like doing those because pubs are bad because people just want to go DPS and nobody wants to go support. And it just take twice as long than it should have. So I decided, okay, you know what? Let me just get the Shogun pet. So if I do want to farm the Legion tokens, I have a pet. So no need to worry about that. Then I did majority of the Dage season maps. There's nothing much particular for these maps than just a lot of story and a lot of war. Why does Dage like war? Honestly, why does he? Because I think he has almost 4 war maps, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, I know that AE has a war problem because literally every 4th map they do, there's a war attached to it. I think there's like almost 80 war maps, if not more, which is kind of ridiculous. Back in the day, they were doing war like nobody's business. It was war literally every month. It was crazy. But now, it's pretty much the story. I'm still waiting for the, continuation of the Flame of the Beyond saga because it was delayed. And now it's just been halted. So I hope for this season, for next season coming up, we will get a continuation of the story because April season is kind of odd because you got the Glenrock season, which is Easter, but there's not really much story to it. Then that's pretty much it. There's not much more to the April season than just like small maps. I kid you not, it's like maybe 13 or 14 maps, which is kind of sad to be honest. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's kind of interesting because when it comes to Dage season, half its maps are seasonal and half its maps not. So I kind of had to like quickly see what is seasonal or is not, because honestly his barracks map, the Legion library and the barracks map, was part seasonal and not, so it was really made me confused to figure out which maps was seasonal or not. But luckily I recorded most of the stuff before making the call of which maps to go for. I think I might have missed 1 or 2, but I doubt it. I hope. If I did, I'm really sorry. Then I pretty much focused on the Good Luck Day season. There was not much to it. It literally was just one map that had story. The rest of the maps just was events and kill this or kill that. Then I started doing the dailies for Dage the Evil for the badge. I started with the Conquest badge. It was fine, nothing much, just kill a sponge mob that deals a lot of damage and that's pretty much it. Kill it 7 times and you get the badge. You might see a little bit of jump on like the gold wise. I did split it up to be more interesting for the viewers because I was like mixing like some story and mixing some farming together and really was like confusing when I was recording. So hopefully my editing parts and my editing powers is going to be helpful for you guys. So I ran out of Legion tokens. I miscalculated it. I think I was like short by 3,000. I had no clue what I was calculating. All I know I was short, so I had to farm Legion tokens, which was... I was not prepared for it, to be honest. Then I got all of the classes with the Legion tokens, and that's pretty much it. I had like some spare Legion tokens I was farming inside Legion Arena and the dailies, so that was that. Then I started doing the war badge, or the victor's badge. So did the war version of it, and again, kill it 7 times for an entire week, then get the badge. It's not really that interesting, to say the least, because it's just a sponge mob that deals a lot of damage. Then I pretty much focused on the rep after it, which was just fairy calls. There's not much to it. It's just farming a mob a couple of times, get a lot of rep from it, and switch to another mob to get more rep from it, and that's pretty much it. There's no items attached to it that I was interested in. There is farm items that you can get like for cosmetics and your house. I'm not for that. It's not for this account. I was farming lucky harms for the easy way to do it. Then I switched to the Sylphion bird, which was a lot easier to farm because it was higher chance for some reason after rank 8, so that took a lot quicker than expected. Then I went to famine to do the 7 killing for the entire week. Same thing for conquest and war, and that's pretty much it. So when it comes to the 4 horsemen, I did not know that the black rider is famine, the crimson rider is war, the white rider is conquest, and the pale rider is death. I did not know that. Anyways, I started to do the evolved leprechaun because there was another class I was missing. After just doing the 3 quests for the Legion classes, because I completely forgot to get the Legion tokens. I was short. I don't know why I was counting. But other than that, I started farming the daily early on because I almost forgot that you actually needed 12 days for it. So I started late on that. So I had to farm during famine because that was an interesting experience, to say the least. Then I just was farming the rainbow rat, get the fur, kill it a couple of times, 100 times, and more stupid amounts. Then I went to the test your strength machine for the golden ticket. This is among the easiest machines you can use to get golden tickets. It's a lot easier and faster. And if you do just right, you get it within 5 or 6 seconds. But honestly, I was not having at it at all. Then afterwards, I started doing death. And again, a sponge mob, kill it 7 times for an entire week. There's nothing much to it. It is a little harder, so I had to pay more attention to it. But it's just a sponge mob. There's no mechanics to worry about. Just watch my HP. That's pretty much it. Then I completed it. And that's pretty much it. I got all 4 victor badges. Took me almost 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Stupid amount, to be honest. Then I started farming the class points for my classes because I want to rank up my classes. And after the revamp of some of the classes, I was really surprised because some of the classes were changed drastically compared to the older versions. I was hoping that some of the versions of the classes will keep its identity, but honestly, I'm actually digging the new identities that these classes actually have now. I'm really sad that Legion Doom Knight did not get buffed. Honestly, I was expecting a buff, and not just Blade Master and Darkcaster, then Legion Revenant and Yamino Ronin, so that was interesting to say the least. Then I started farming for the Evolved Leprechaun for the rep of it, and then I went to the Exalted Harbinger, which I banged because I have Exalted Soul Cleaver. It's a duplicate of Exalted Harbinger, so I banged out Exalted Harbinger because I don't need two of the same class in my bag. Then I started doing the newer maps for the releases of Dage, the Evil Birthday. And yeah, other than that, it was just a lot of story, to say the least, and just complete quest. I would say the change of the game mechanics, not game mechanics, the game. I am so gonna butcher this. The UX was like changing how things are farming and the story. I like it, but not really, because I wasted more time farming for the requirements of the shops, which was, yeah, let's not talk about that. Then I went to the next map, and for the life of me I could not spell this map. Is it Phalegon? Right? I'm so gonna try this. Phalegon Arena. I so butchered that. Why are newer Saga maps are harder to type and pronounce? I'm too English for this. I also had a trouble fighting the Devour Souls because it needed a mechanic, which I needed time, and back then the servers were really bad and I could not farm and fight properly on that. And what do you guys think of the servers? Things have changed. Things are looking very active, like 10,000 people. But yeah, also a little side note. Did you know that Dage and I share the same birthday? So yes, I was having my same birthday as Dage the Evil. So if you guys want to know about that, or did want to know about it, well, by all means, now you know. And off to the other KO, because he wants to say things about the next season. Okay, for those who are curious about my progress, so you probably saw during the video I did all the Legion stuff. So I got Swordmaster, the Doom Knight, I got the Leprechaun, and the Soul Cleavers in my bank. So got those. I got the Baby Quartz, and just mostly doing the maps. So for next video, I'm probably going to be focusing on the April season, which contains April Fools, contains Easter, contains Earth Day and Solar Day. So I am curious to see how far I am. Okay, goats. Hold up. Did I do this? Wait a minute. Did I actually do this? When? I know Goat was released last year. Wait. I used it for the video. This sucks. Why did I use this account for a video? Oh well. So apparently I did the goat thing so I can get goats. I'll wait for next video for that, because I still had to get the rope for this, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. Next is gonna be Grenog, the easy stuff. There's some maps, not a lot. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 maps for the whole season. For now. There might be more maps, but yeah, so could update the Grenrog. And what's the video? No clue. Then pollution. Okay, it's not available now. It will be available later on. So, in Water War. Did I do this? No. Okay. So, got those 3 things to do, and obviously I have to wait for the pollution, then get the season done. Also got the badges, so obviously I can get the undead goat, and the 3 badges will be the artificial evil creator, the derp badge with the derp unicorn looking thing, then the super slaying. That will be during my time at Garden Quest, if I'm not mistaken. Then gain the Hollowborn no class, because apparently that's his seasonal. But other than that, it's not much. I also might actually start with the recent saga. I actually did not start with this. Oh, apparently I did. Join Fort Numa. Apparently I did this already. Okay, so I did this already. I have a memory of a goldfish, so I'm sorry guys. Okay, so if the saga does continue for the season, so it'll be the April season, then I'll probably continue with that. But other than that, I think next video is going to be a very short video, to be honest. So, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. As always, feel free to like and subscribe. And always, guys, have a nice day. Cheers.